You didn't find this video. This video found you. And if something in your life has been feeling heavy lately, like you've been carrying more than your share, like the good things keep feeling just out of reach, stay with me. Because what came through in these cards today is genuinely something. Hey loves, welcome back. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Alice. So glad you're here today because honestly, this is a fated window, a real breakthrough moment. This reading is about what's coming, not someday, now. The shift from everything that's worn you down toward the financial stability, the recognition, and the love you've actually been building toward. Before we go any further, drop a comment, hit subscribe. That small move, it's a signal. To me and to the universe. The Death card came in first, and I need you to hear this. It is not what you think it is. This card is about the ending that makes the next thing possible. The door that has to close before the new one opens. For a lot of you, that door has been closing for a while. Slowly, painfully, in ways that felt like loss before they felt like release. Maybe it was a relationship you held onto too long. Maybe it was the version of yourself who stayed small, who didn't ask, who kept waiting for permission. Maybe it was a period of financial strain that hollowed you out more than you've admitted out loud. That chapter is ending. Not might be ending, is ending. The figure on the horse isn't chasing you. It's already past what was. This card is not asking you to grieve what's gone. It's asking you to move with it. Because replaying the disappointments, measuring your future by the weight of your past, that is the only thing that can actually hold you back right now. Not the circumstances, not the people, the holding on. And then the Six of Wands walked in right behind it, and that combination I don't see lightly. The Six of Wands does not appear for people still at the beginning of the road. It appears for people who have done the work and are about to come out the other side in a way other people can actually see. For some of you, that's financial, a raise, a business gaining real traction. For some, it's relational, being truly valued by someone who meets you at the level you deserve. For some, it's simply this, finally feeling proud of yourself, without asterisks, without buts. But I want to be straight with you about something. Recognition doesn't just show up because you want it. It shows up when you stop hiding. Some of you are doing everything right, the work, the consistency, the showing up, and then pulling back right at the moment visibility becomes possible. Because being seen means being judged. And somewhere along the way, judgment started feeling more dangerous than staying invisible. That pattern, that's the thing death is clearing out. The Six of Wands can't land for someone who keeps ducking out of the frame. The Death card cleared the ground. The Six of Wands is what grows there. The transition is already happening. Stop bracing for more of what was, and let what's coming actually land. The Two of Wands came in next, and the energy shifted the moment it landed. This is not a card about confusion. It is about a choice that is already clear. You just haven't committed yet. Because committing means leaving something behind. And even when what's behind you has cost more than it ever gave back, the known still pulls. You can survive what you already know. The open horizon requires trust. Some of you are at a crossroads between a path that feels safe and one that feels alive. The safe path stopped growing you a long time ago. You've known that. But stepping toward the other one means admitting it out loud, with your whole chest. The version of you that chooses fear, that stays on the wall, watches the horizon but never walks toward it, that version does not get what is waiting in this spread. Not because the universe is withholding it, because you have to actually move to receive it. The path that brings you joy is not the one that feels easier. It's the one that feels true. And somewhere in your body, you already know which one that is. Then the Hierophant came in, and I'll be honest, the first time I saw this pairing I thought, that's attention. Because the Two of Wands is all about striking out on your own, and the Hierophant is about tradition, structure, what you were taught. And that is exactly the point. Some of you are treating the wisdom you've already been given like it doesn't count, like the lessons you learned the hard way, the mentors who showed up, the experience you actually have. None of that is real enough. You keep looking for permission from some external source that is never going to give it to you the way you're asking. The Hierophant isn't telling you to follow the rules. It's telling you that you already have more guidance than you're using. The knowledge is there. The foundation is there. You've been standing on it this whole time. You just keep looking past it toward something that feels more official. The Two of Wands is asking you to choose. The Hierophant is telling you, you are ready. You have been ready. The only thing left is the step. The Eight of Pentacles came in next, and this one landed with weight. This card is about you, the version of you that has been showing up quietly, without fanfare, without the recognition you deserved, and doing the work anyway. Some of you have been building something for a long time, and some days it felt like it was going nowhere, like the effort was disappearing into a void, like everyone else was moving faster. I know that feeling. I spent years reading for small rooms, recording videos nobody watched, wondering if any of it was adding up to anything. It was. It just didn't look like it yet. That is exactly what this card is about. Here is what this card needs you to understand. The work was never wasted. Not 1 hour of it. Every late night, every time you showed up when you didn't feel like it, that was foundation being laid. And foundation is invisible until the moment it suddenly, undeniably holds everything up. That season of invisible progress is ending. The Eight of Pentacles doesn't land in a spread like this to tell you to keep grinding indefinitely. It lands to tell you the grinding has been working. The consistency has built into something real that is about to become visible. The message is simple. You have already done more than you know. The work is good. Keep going. And then the Ten of Pentacles landed, and I want you to really take this in. This is not just success. This is legacy. Abundance that doesn't just fill your life. It overflows into the lives of everyone around you. The Ten of Pentacles is complete material stability. Not fragile, not one bad month from falling apart, but deep and lasting. A home that feels like safety. Resources that give you options. Choices made from security, not fear. This card is not showing you a fantasy. It is showing you the destination of the road you are already on. Daily work becomes mastery. Mastery becomes results. Results build into something that looks, from the outside, like it arrived overnight. But you will know exactly how long it took and exactly what it cost. And you will know it was worth every bit of it. The harvest is not coming someday. It is already in the process of arriving. The foundation you laid, quietly, persistently, without enough recognition, is about to hold the weight of everything you've been reaching for. The abundance is real, and it has your name on it. The Five of Cups came in next, and I need you to stay with this one because this is where the reading gets real. Here's the thing about this card. It is not showing up to remind you of what you lost. It already knows you haven't forgotten. What it's asking, directly, without softening it, is this. What are you still getting out of staying focused on those 3 spilled cups? Because some of you have built an identity around the hard thing that happened. The relationship that wrecked you. The opportunity that fell through. The financial hit that changed everything. And I'm not saying that wasn't real. It was completely real. But there's a difference between something shaping you and something defining you. And right now, for some of you, the loss has become the whole story. You reference it when you explain why you can't. You use it to set the ceiling on what's possible. You let it run the room even in conversations it has no business being in. The Five of Cups is not judging you for that. It's just pointing, clearly without looking away, at the 2 cups still standing behind you. Turn around. What is still here, still full, still yours. It is waiting for your attention. and it has been waiting for a while. And then the Ace of Pentacles landed. Something new, real, and tangible being placed directly into your hands. Not once you've healed completely, not once you've figured everything out. Now. Here is why this pairing matters. The hard seasons didn't just cost you. They taught you things about yourself you could not have learned any other way. What you actually need, what you won't accept anymore, where your real strength is. That's not damage, that's clarity. And clarity is exactly what you bring into a new beginning that actually lasts. The Ace of Pentacles is asking you to walk through that gate, not as someone who has forgotten what happened, but as someone who is done letting it make the decisions. The garden is ready. The gate is open. The pentacle is in your hand. That's not a threat. That's just the truth. The star came in for this final position. Your instincts are not broken. They have been right more times than you've given them credit for. The times you felt something was off, and it was, you knew. The times you felt pulled toward something without a clear reason and it worked out, you knew then too. The problem isn't that your gut is unreliable. The problem is you stopped listening to it a long time ago because someone or something taught you that your read on things wasn't valid. And you internalized that so completely that you now do the work of the doubt yourself. You don't need anyone else to question you. You do it first. Stop that. Your knowing is real. And then the Wheel of Fortune came in, and everything locked into place. A great wheel turning, figures rising and falling on the outside. At the center, the fixed point. The one thing that doesn't move no matter how fast everything spins around it. You are not at the bottom of this wheel. You are at the turn. The momentum has already shifted. You may just not have named it yet. The change doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it's just a quiet feeling that something is different, that things are starting to move after a long stretch of nothing. The repeated numbers, the song that comes on at exactly the right moment, the conversation that hits the exact thing you'd been sitting with alone. You noticed all of it, and then called it coincidence. It wasn't coincidence. It was the wheel moving. Stop waiting for a sign so big there's no way to doubt it. The signs are already here. You've been holding the universe to a standard of proof you wouldn't apply to anything else in your life, because fully trusting yourself is the thing that has always felt like the biggest risk. It is not a risk anymore. It is the next move. Trust the path. Trust the timing. Trust the version of you that has been quietly right about more than you've admitted. The wheel is turning, and it is turning in your favor. Every card in this reading has been saying the same thing from a different angle. The Death card said, stop holding on to what's already gone. It's keeping you from what's already here. The Six of Wands said, recognition is coming, but you have to stop hiding from it first. The Two of Wands said, the right choice is already clear. The only thing left is moving toward it. The Hierophant said, you already have everything you need to know. Use it. The Eight of Pentacles said, the work was building the whole time, even when you couldn't see it. The Ten of Pentacles said, this is where steady effort leads, something whole, lasting, and overflowing. The Five of Cups said, the loss was real. Now turn around and see what's still standing. The Ace of Pentacles said, what you survived made you the person who can actually hold what's coming. The Wheel of Fortune said, the turn has already begun. That is not a collection of themes. That is one story, and it belongs to you. You are not at the beginning of this. You are deep into it, further along than you've been letting yourself believe. What is coming is not a reward for becoming someone different. It is the natural result of everything you have already done, survived, and chosen, even when choosing was hard and nothing was showing yet. Here is what I want to say to you directly. You have been carrying this alone for longer than you should have had to. And I don't know your whole story. I just know what these cards are showing me. But what they're showing me is someone who kept going when stopping would have been completely understandable. Someone who kept building when the results weren't visible. Someone who is closer to the thing they've been reaching for than they realize. That person deserves what is coming, fully, without conditions. The abundance is real. The stability is real. The new beginning that is sitting in your hands right now is real. The only thing left is to let it be as good as it actually is, without shrinking it, without waiting until you're sure you've earned it enough. You've already earned it. You've been earning it for a long time. Don't let this pass through you like something you'll forget by tomorrow. Drop a comment right now. Tell me which card hit the hardest. Tell me what you are finally ready to put down. Tell me what you are choosing to receive, out loud, in writing, where it becomes something real. I read every single comment, every one. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet, not for the algorithm, but for yourself. Coming back to this kind of energy consistently is part of how you keep the momentum going. That is not a metaphor. That is literally how this works. The season is already here. The wheel is already turning. The harvest is on its way. The only question is whether you're ready to let it be as good as it actually is. Sending you so much love. See you in the next one.